Now, as we have started all of our assignments, all of our tutorial steps here, we're now moving into tutorial number 4 on the assignment for GDQ ICT Honors that is for the assignment due on April 15. We've started every one of these by looking at our assignment to make sure that we are actually following the instructions. We won't change that habit now. We go in and we take a look at step number 3. Translate the names of the books of the Bible into sheep. See below for a table. And we have a table here of 3, 6, 9, 11 different names that are in there. Notice that some of them, for instance 1 and 2 Corinthians, all we need to do is translate the Corinthians side of it. The same for Thessalonicas here, for Thessalonians. Whether it's 1 Thessalonians or 2 Thessalonians, it's the same thing. Now, since this is already here in a fairly complete form, let's just copy it in. We'll go back over to our process.php. We're going to go up to the very top because this is an initialization right after we've gotten, no, we'll just do it right at the top. We're going to say xlate books equals array, and then we copy and paste this in. And I am going to go like this. Now I'm just going to use some things in Vim to do this fairly quickly. Oop, I forgot the comma. Now all of these need a comma after them as well. If I had a few more of these, I would actually do them in an automated form, a global search and replace using a regex, but it's not worth it for just such a limited number here. Now, what I've done is I've created an array, and each array element is has John, has the name in English as its subscript, as its index into the array, and then the value that it has is the Albanian value there. I can use this very easily using something called str replace, str_replace. So I'm going to go down to where I am actually fixing things, and I'm going to say $book name equals str replace array keys of the xlate books and array, and then just the $xlate books, and this replace itself happens in $m2. What did I just do here? I said I want you to do a string replacement of all of the values that you find in the array keys of xlate books and change that to anything that is in xlate books, the values. It may help you if we actually look at this up here. The array keys gives me a list that is just John, Romans, Corinthians, Galatians, and then the array itself gives me the values Joni, Romakave, Korinthasve, Galatasve. So what we're doing is we're saying for any value that you find in the array in the first one, replace it with the same value in the array in the second one. Let's see if it works. I'm making a big change all at once, but maybe, oh, I have to actually print off the value, don't I? Oh, and did I get my variable names right? I called it xlate_books. I need to check that here. xlate_books, xlate_books. That all looks right. But down here, instead of M2, I have to print off the book name. Let's see what happens here. Syntax error. Unexpected dash greater than sign, an object operator, expecting a parentheses on line 3. you'll notice the error occurred on line 3, or it was reported on line 3, which means it happened on line 3 or above. So let's go back to process.php, go to line 3, and see, you know what? I copied in the information directly from there, but this is the wrong syntax. It's supposed to be equals greater than when you're doing this in PHP. So that was just a simple oversight on my part. Let's try it again. Now it's unexpected echo on line 28. And you're seeing how I actually go through and debug my code. I come down here and I say, okay, unexpected echo. So you weren't expecting an echo. Well, what's wrong with that? Remember, it happened, it was reported on line 28, but that means the error occurred on line 28 or before. Is there any problem with a comment? No. How can you have a problem with a comment? That's not a problem. Then the line above. What's missing here? Oh, we're missing a semicolon at the end of that line. Okay, so I fix that, I save it, and I come back again. And this time it actually prints off, and you can see that John got replaced with Joni, Romakave got changed, Romans got changed to Romakave, Corintasve. Let's quickly scan through and see if there's anything here that didn't get translated, because if it is, there must be some kind of a typo. Pieter, Johnny, okay. Now, Mark happens to be the same in both English and Sheep, so that's why that didn't come through. So, that gives us our solution to step number 3. Again, let's make sure that this works fine. Translate the names of the books of the Bible into Sheep. See below for a table. We have that accomplished, and so step number 3 is completed, and that completes step 4 in this tutorial.